Jesus' name, I'm gonna get up. The people who are talking to me, are we gonna make around this town? And then whatever we say, come shoot. Good for nothing, they all figure. Just a boyish rope, a shoot this jigger. Now we gon' stand for that. Or is that really what we say? Pardon me, brother. As you stand in your glory, I hope you don't mind if I tell a whole story. Pardon me, sister. I know you think you've come a long way. I know you think you've come a long way. As I walk the streets of Skidrow, you can see my hands ain't shaking and my legs ain't trailing me. I turn the corner and keep the trash. Look up at the street sign, it says San Julian. Look back down and make eye contact with his brother. And now I'm feeling like I'm standing somewhere I shouldn't be. He looks around, 1,000 of his friends that raise their crack pipes to the lips and plays them simultaneously.
Darker Than Blue by Willis and Shantae of Positive Light Ministry. Welcome to the Qumran Report. May the peace and blessings of the life-giving creative spirit be upon you and upon your family. My name is Melvin Ishmael Johnson, coming at you live from Skidrow Studios. Our call-in number is 800-893-9562. You can listen to us live or download our show and any past show by Googling in Qumran Report. Now, this week on the Qumran Report, we're going to talk about a play reading at the Ford Theater this Thursday, June the 19th, 2014 at 7 o'clock. The play is entitled The 101 Club, about the Tuskegee Airmen, written by Judy Bowman and myself, Melvin Ishmael Johnson. And I'm delighted to have on the line one of the playwrights, Judy Bowman. Judy, welcome to the Qumran Report.
Hey, Melvin. Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Hi, Judy.
Hey, Erlene.
Looking forward to this event. Can you tell our listening audience what is the play about?
Well, the play is about men that really just got tired of waiting. They got tired of waiting to go to the service. They got tired of waiting to be treated in a equal manner. And so this play talks about the decisions that they made, and quite a decision.
Mm-hmm. How about the name, 101 Club? Where did that come from?
Well, there were 101 men that were actually sent to lockup for refusing to sign an order that said that they would agree actually to be served only in a rundown officers club that really wasn't even an officers club just because they were black. So the name of the play sort of honors those 101 men that said, okay, well, we're willing to be locked up to stand up for what we believe in.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk about some of the personalities that would come out of that 101 Club and who they would become later on in life?
It is interesting that there were at least two mayors that we know of, Coleman Young, who went on to become the mayor of Detroit, and Theodore Berry, who actually defended three of the airmen, went on to become the first African-American mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Mm-hmm. And there's also a connection to one of the famous baseball players that's noted in history also, right?
That's for sure. One of the men that was court-martialed was Bill Terry, and he happened to have been the roommate of Jackie Robinson when they were both just skinny young kids at UCLA back in the 40s.
That's interesting. Now, Judy, you have a personal connection with this play. Can you talk about that?
Well, yes, and that's really what's motivated me. My dad knew Bill Terry and knew the other men. My dad was one of the group of original Tuskegee Airmen that were sent to the European part of the war. And these men in the play that we've written, as you know, were the men that were slated to go to the Pacific. And so my dad knew Bill Terry. My dad was chapter president out here in L.A. for 2 years of the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, and national president for 2 years as well. during the time that they were trying to get that HBO movie, the movie that eventually was shown on HBO about the Tuskegee Airmen. I think way back in, was it the 80s or the 90s?
I think it was in the 80s with Lawrence Fishburne and
exactly.
Remember that. Now, can you tell our listening audience about the event at the Ford Theater coming up this Thursday?
Well, thanks to your diligence, you found the opportunity, and that is that the Ford Theaters has opened their space to, what would you say, 5 or 6 local organizations doing everything from classical music to theater like we're doing. And so they've opened, the venue up for organizations that are doing things for the grassroots. There's no charge for these events this summer, and it's almost like having a picnic and being able to be entertained at the same time, because we're outside the Ford in their beautiful, what they call the Edison Plaza. And so, we're happy to have that beautiful venue to not only entertain the guests that come, but to just make for a beautiful way to commune with people and nature.
And then besides the play, what else is lying up there in terms of entertainment?
We have Willis and Shantae, who I heard at the top of the show, performing 3 tunes. So I think some of your listeners, I'm sure, follow them and will be pleased to know that they're performing as well.
And now, another thing, Judy, can you tell us what is Juneteenth? Can you talk a little about that?
Sure. What I know about Juneteenth is that when President Lincoln signed what later became known as the Emancipation Proclamation, saying that slaves should no longer be enslaved in the United States, that word traveled slowly. Somebody maybe had to get on a ship and go all the way down through, around the Gulf of Mexico, or ride across the country. But it didn't happen quickly, so it took about 18 months for the news to hit Galveston, Texas. And some people say that the news traveled slowly, not just because there wasn't good communication, but because the growers, the owners, the slave owners, wanted to get one more crop picked. So by the time slaves, people who had been enslaved before in Galveston, in Texas, heard the news, 18 months had gone by, and it just happened that the day that they got the news was June 19th. And so ever after that, people have scrunched the 2 words together, June and 19th, and come up with the phrase Juneteenth. And so that holiday became an unofficial source of joy and celebration in the black community. And now several states have actually endorsed it as a state holiday. So I think wherever black people are that have a memory about that like to break out the barbecue and other things. And so we're doing a bit of that as well.
Yes, because we will have some food and refreshments and all of that there.
That's right.
Now, can you give out the contact information and the location of the event for those who would like to attend?
Sure. Again, the venue is the John Anson Ford Theater. I think they go by the name of the Ford Theaters now. It's right across from the Hollywood Bowl in Hollywood. The exact address is 2580 Cahuenga Boulevard East, and Cahuenga is Cahuenga. I had to look myself, and that's L.A. Hollywood 90068. And if anybody does want, voice information, they can call 626-703-1230. And if you like, I can give an email.
Yes, that'd be fine.
The simplest one is Judy at Roby Theater Company. So it would be Judy at ROBEYTHEATRECOMPANY.org.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Judy.
Thank you,
very
Melvin
much.
and Earlene.
Thank you, Judy.
Looking
Look
forward to
to
it.
seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, that's Judy Bowman, one of the playwrights and producers of the reading of the play The 101 Club at the Ford Theater, Edison Plaza, Thursday, June the 19th, 2014 at 7 o'clock p.m. It's a free event, so come check it out. Now, at this time, I'm going to have my co-host, Earlene Anthony. She's going to read something very brief about the Tuskegee Airmen's and about Juneteenth.
Tuskegee. The Tuskegee Airmen is the popular name of a group of African-American military pilots who fought in World War II. Formerly, they formed the 332nd Fighter Group and the 477 Bombardment Group of the United States Army Air Force. The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African-American military aviators in the United States Armed Forces. During World War II, Black Americans in many U.S. states were still subject to the Jim Crow laws, and the American military was racially segregated, as was much of the federal government. The Tuskegee Airmen were subject to a radical discrimination both within and outside the Army. All black military pilots who trained in the United States trained at Morton Field and Tuskegee Army Airfield, located near Tuskegee, Alabama, which included 5 Haitians from the Haitian Air Force.
Okay.
Juneteenth, also known as Juneteenth Independence Day, Freedom Day, or Emancipation Day, is a holiday in the United States that commemorates the announcement of the abolition of slavery in the U.S. states of Texas in 1865, and more generally, the emancipation of African American citizens throughout the United States. Celebrated on June 19th, the term is a portmanteau of June and 19th, and is recognized as a state holiday or special day of observation in most states. The holiday is observed primarily in local celebrations. Traditions include public readings of the Emancipation Proclamation, singing traditional songs such as Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and Lift Every Voice and Sing, and reading by African-American writers such as Maya Angelou and Ralph Ellison. Celebrations sometimes take the form of parades, rodeos, street fair, cookout, family reunions, park parties, historic reenactments, or Miss Juneteenth contest.
Okay, thank you, Miss Earlene Anthony. Now, with all of the violence going on in our schools, we see it on TV just last week, among our young people, I thought it would be a good time to play a short interview with some teens trying to do something about it. Okay, this is Melvin Ishmael Johnson with the Coon Round Report. I'm down here on the campus of USC at the Peace Center at the anti-bullying fair. And who am I speaking with?
I'm Lillian Horan.
Haley Millman. And Chanel Picard.
Okay, can you tell us what is the name of your organization?
Teen Line.
Teen Line? Mm-hmm. And can you tell us a little about it? What the mission statement, the purpose of it?
Teen Line's a teen-to-teen hotline. So the purpose of our program is so teens who are in trouble and just need to talk about something can call up and have another teen on the line to just talk to and vent.
Mm-hmm. Is it a contact information that they call?
Yeah. Well, we have our website, teenlineonline.org, and our phone number, 310-855-4673.
Uh-huh. And how did you get involved?
I got involved because I saw a poster on the wall of my school, and I just thought it would be a great program to join. So.
Mm-hmm. And what grade and what school?
I'm in 12th grade and Venice High School. Well, I just graduated, but yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And now, who else am I speaking to here?
I'm Haley Millman.
Haley, how did you get involved with it?
Same thing. I saw it at my school, and I went online, and I signed up. I thought it'd be a great thing to work with.
Okay, same school?
No, I go to Champs Charter High School.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
12.
12. Okay, wonderful. You going to college?
No, I'm going next year to college.
Next year?
Yeah.
Okay, you already know what school you're going to, or you're thinking about what field you're going to be in?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. And then who am I speaking with?
I'm Chanel. I also got involved. I got involved as a freshman in high school at Milken, and I saw it online and knew I wanted to join, so I did so.
And what grade are you in?
I'm going to be a junior this year.
Okay. How did you guys get involved with the anti-bullying fair?
We got involved through Teen Line. The organization usually sends us out to places that have to do with bullying around the Los Angeles area, and as many teen volunteers as possible come out to show our support.
Mm-hmm. What's the history of Teen Line? Who founded it? Yeah, you found it?
No, I didn't, but it was founded by Dr. Elaine Leader and her co-founder, who unfortunately passed away. It was founded about 31 years ago, in 1980. So no, more than that. Sorry, math. But and it's been going strong, and we get approximately 10,000 or more calls every year. So it's a really influential part of our community.
So you get calls from all over the nation, or just mainly it's a community base?
Oh yeah, all over the nation, and we actually also have emails and texting, and specifically with our emails, we actually get emails from all around the world. So the UK, Australia, all of these places. We get our calls nationally, so we'll regularly talk to people all across the nation.
Now, how do it work? When they call in, do you refer them to a counselor, or you're trained as a counselor, the one that's on the line?
Well, every teen receives 65 hours of training, so that's approximately 13 weeks or so. And so us teens were trained to be on the line and to listen to all these problems. And depending on the issue, we might give an outside referral, so like therapy or another hotline that is more specific. But other than that, we are trained to deal with all of these things. So yeah.
Okay. Once again, give us the contact information for a teen out there that might be in trouble, want to call the line, or what's the information?
Our website's teenlineonline.org, and our number is 310-855-4673.
Okay, and give your name again.
Lillian Horan.
Haley Millman and Chanel Pekar.
Okay, thank you very much. And this will be a broadcast Monday on the Qumran Report. Thank you. Okay, what are some of the results of experiencing bullies that you can think of?
Becoming a bully? I guess that's it.
What do you think the steps is if you see somebody being bullying, or if you get bullying, what you think a person should do?
They should not be a bystander. They shouldn't just let it happen. They should probably go and tell a teacher, or maybe try to stop it themselves. And if that doesn't work, find a counselor, find somebody that can actually help.
Okay. Now, how long you guys been involved with the program over here?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Can you tell us a little about our listening audience, about what you guys do over here?
Well, we play games. We do discussions about the anti-bullying. We talk about why we shouldn't bully others and why we shouldn't be a bystander to someone else being bullied. And we also we have lunch. Yes, and yeah.
Now, what grade are you in school?
I'm in 10th, going to the 11th.
Okay. Are you planning on going to college when you get out?
Yes.
What are you planning on taking up?
Oh, I just don't know. I do want to get into college, though.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. How about you? What grade are you in?
I'm going into 9th.
Into the 9th? And what are your favorite subjects?
I like, PE.
Yeah.
And science.
Okay. You planning on going to college also? You talking about what you wanted to do to become?
Well, I don't know yet, but I know it's going to be something.
Okay. One last question. What do you think, the best way to stop bullying in school and in the community? What do you think?
Well, try to ignore the person that you have troubles with.
Or maybe you can sit down with a teacher and that same person and talk to them and try to get them to stop being mean to you, or stop letting them bully you, or maybe you can tell your parents, maybe they can move schools. But if you get bullied at the next school, it just won't work, maybe. But you need to talk to that person and tell them to stop.
Okay. Yeah, here we is at the anti-bullying fair over here at the Peace Center on the campus of USC. And once again, I'm speaking with...
Jerron.
Jerron who?
Right.
Jerron Wright and...
Zane Treheke.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Okay, I want to talk about that little bullying just a little bit more. I want to open it up to us here at the round table. Let's go around and start off with Shanna over here. Just tell us your name, and then what are your thoughts on bullying in school and in the community, if you want to talk about that a little while.
My name is Shauna Sterling, and bullying right now is one of the biggest things up there with drugs. In our campuses, it happens more. Statistics state that bullying occurs more at the schools, in the hallways, and in the bathrooms. And the children are being so terrified that they don't know how to come to an adult to express what's going on. And then they don't have it at home also. So it continues. Some kids are strong enough to get over it, and some kids, unfortunately, are taking their lives.
Okay, we're going to come back to that in a minute. Ms. Melton, tell us your name and then your thoughts on the...
My name is Mellow Desire, and I'm a filmmaker for inner city youths and incarcerated juvenile delinquents. So bullying has become a growing epidemic for the last 15 years or so, especially with cyberbullying. And it's sad to see that these kids feel, the ones who do take their lives over it, that they don't have a resource to go to before it reaches to that extreme. So I'm really thankful that there's an awareness, and there needs to be more awareness, more fairs needed nationally to really stop this hurtful epidemic for our youths. Creating more resources, I think, is the answer, raising awareness. So we really need to fix with that.
Okay, we'll come back around. Tell us your name and your thoughts on that bullying that's going on.
Yes, my name is S.S. Jones.
S.S. Jones.
S.S. Jones. And although I'm a professional musician now, I was a teacher in my early life. And this bullying thing, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I think the answer is, like the lady previously said, is a resource. The discipline has to be improved in the schools. It's always been a problem. Discipline when I was a teacher. I don't think they have adequate discipline if kids find themselves in such a perilous position that the only answer to being bullied or pushed around in school is to commit suicide or to load up mom's gun and come into school and shoot up the whole place. I think the answer is to get some serious discipline in these school hallways so that these kids aren't pushed around in these schools, and until they make it a number one priority to increase the discipline. There's going to continue to be student suicides in schools, shoot 'em ups. So they want to stop that. They should get some serious disciplinaries in those schools. And I don't care how hard it sounds. I was a teacher, and I would, sorry to say, but, I wouldn't spare the rod. And I think that's what they need to go back to. The old-time ways seem to always work the best.
Okay, I'm going to come back in a minute.
Yes, my name is Doc Troy. And I want to collaborate on what S.S. Jones was saying. We look at a situation as it is. Kids they can't even go across the street. It's just we living in this big old pool of hate and anger, and that's just that's where the bullying stems from. Because if you don't have no outlet to go to when you're being bullied, what are you left to do? Right. It's bad enough that they're young and they really don't have answers, but the teachers that's in these schools now, they're being held hostage just as well as the kids. You go to a teacher, and the teacher is just as scared of that bully as you. So back when I come through back in the 70s, we didn't have to have that problem. You know, it was totally different. So from my standpoint is, I think that we should take more of a conscientious approach when it comes to our children at the home front. You leave if you're bullying kids in the home, they take that behavior to the school. Okay, so it starts at home. Okay, and then we need to all these police and stuff that's going on all in the school. When I was coming through, we never had that going on. You know, I would call Mr. Jones if little Jones was getting out of hand. But, you know, we as parents, we have to step up to it and realize it's just not the school's responsibility. It's ours as well. So my best opinion is we need to get together and start having more parent teachers conference, more intervention from parents, more people watching out what's actually going on in the community instead of turning a blind eye.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Earlene, you want to say something?
Well, I'm going to piggyback right on because I think the parents are responsible for the children. I don't think the teachers have that burden should be put up on them to try to discipline or raise a child when they come to school, because it may sound a bit old-fashioned, outdated, or whatever, but when we were growing up, we got training at home. We would learn how to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, please, may I. These are just some of the basic things that are taught to a child. I work with a group of kids, and I work with the youngsters, about 5 to 8 or whatever. And I find that they have no sense of what being polite is. Everything is about them, me, mine.
Yes.
And, you know, they don't know how to share. They don't know how to be around other youngsters of their ages. And it's really sad to see this, because this, by the time a child is 5 or so, it shows the discipline or the training that they've had at home. And many of them, you know, we spend maybe an hour a day with them, and it's just not enough to try and teach them at that stage to even say thank you or may I. They're grabbing and pushing and shoving. And also I find that in this age group, whatever one child do or say, all of the other ones will follow that one child. They have no sense of maybe who they are, or, you know, how to make a decision on their own, or just say no sometimes, you know.
Okay. Now, Shannon, you mentioned something about drugs, and let me ask you this: do you think there's a connection between drugs, hip hop, and all of that? You know, the new type of music that adds to that.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because in hip hop, and I'm not gonna say all, but in some of our hip hop, some of our rap, they talk about what? Drugs, sex, and shooting people up. Mm-hmm. Period. Our video games that the kids are playing, what are they playing? This hoe over here better have my money, else I'm gonna slap her around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one is being disrespectful to me and talking about my hood, or disrespecting my colors, or even stepping on my tennis shoe. So I'm gonna get my gun and I'm gonna go shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot her. Let's not leave them out. So it plays a part, because when you put those drugs into your system, you're not thinking rational.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to say something, Ms. Miller?
Yeah, absolutely. It actually starts with the music, what these kids are influenced by. If you look at today's society, nothing is restricted anymore. You have cussing on primetime television. You have movies that are coming out promoting gang violence. And not to plug anybody, but September 12th is going to be a disturbing movie coming out. And Sony Pictures it's called No Good Deed. And Idris Elba, who's a very good African-American, well, he's not even African, actor, portraying a black serial killer. This is where we've come up to as black people being portrayed and how black and brown don't see anything relative. And in our neighborhoods of Compton, Watts, East LA, South Central, where a number of deaths happen every night just because you're wearing the wrong color, it's not because they think that way. They're geared because they're stripped from the resources of even having somewhere to go to get off the streets. As Dr. Troy said, I agree 100%. If you don't have an outlet, all that anger you have is going to be misdirected and then implanted with music of gangster rap and cussing. This is a conspiracy that we have to break. And if the parents can't do that, we can't expect the kids to do that.
Okay. Okay, now let's move on to our community calendar. We'll come back and open it back up to our round table again.
This is the community calendar of upcoming events. In celebration of Juneteenth, Drama Stage Kunwan presents The 101 Club, a play reading written by Judith Bowman and Melvin Ishmael Johnson, directed by Melvin Ishmael Johnson. Successful political negotiation between FDR and black leaders led to the formation of the 447th Bombardment Group in 1944. The Army Corps did everything in its power to make life for the black officers a living hell. Rather than salute and take the derogatory treatment, this group of Tuskegee-trained pilots ready for duty in the Pacific planned a mutiny, signaling their refusal to continue accepting the separate but equal doctrine. Their war began and ended at Freedman Field in Seymour, Indiana. This account tells that story. Thursday, June 19, 2014 at 7 p.m. at John Anderson Ford Theater, Edison Plaza, 2580 Cahuenga Boulevard East, Hollywood, California, 968. Find your space at the Ford. This is a free event, and all are welcome to attend. There will be special music. Skidrow Studios will be on hand to do a live broadcast. The outdoor event is wheelchair accessible and disability affirmative. You can bring your own food and beverages. Also, light refreshments will be available. For other accommodations or more information, contact Drama Stage 1 at yahoo.com, 213-908-6587, or 626-703-1230, or No More Time to Write at gmail.com. Also, the Roby Theater Company is co-producing this event. And if you have a community event that you would like announced on our calendar, send the information to Drama Stage 1 at yahoo.com. Attention, Earlene Anthony. Once again, the call-in number for the show is 800-893-9562. Now, back to our host.
Okay, thank you, Miss Earlene Anthony. Now, starting this third Wednesday in June 2014, we would do a short section entitled Prison Rights Day, calling attention to issues relating to the prison industrial complex. This first section will be a short audio clip of Jerry Silver speaking at a forum on solitary confinement Thursday, June the 3rd, 2014 at the Vortex.
I'm a prison abolitionist. Prisons have no place in a civilized society. How do we do without prisons? We change this society. And this fucking society, we change it. And that's the only way we can not have prisons. We don't need to put up with this. So anybody that wants to see the agreement to end hostilities, if you haven't read it, it's here. Then the guys in the short corridor came up with 3 points that they want people to get behind. Develop a campaign to promote the end of hostilities. Wow. If you had an end to hostilities, you would take away their tool. And if one of you guys said it, they depend on this. If they don't have people fighting each other, it's all over for them. Second, they want to have a powerful media campaign to expose how CDC has retaliated against the hunger strikers. They again. They have retaliated against them so bad for standing up for their rights, for saying, I won't eat. How is that hurting anybody? And third, they want to have a day each month that is Prisoner Rights Day, and that's not a bad idea.
Okay, that was Jerry Silver talking about Prison Rights Day, and we're going to start that. That'll be the third Monday of every month. We're going to do a section to call attention to Prison Rights Day. And now, do I have on the line, it's Bobby Buck on the line. I'm about to turn it over. Bobby.
Yes, y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Bobby.
we got you online, man. Yeah, hey,
All right, yeah, we out here celebrating Tupac's 43rd birthday.
It's 23rd.
No, 43rd, but he might think he's 22.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so hey, Bobby, just a couple of quick questions. I know it's your 15 minute of fame. Let me ask you a couple quick questions, and then I'm going to turn it over to Shanna here in the studio. What do Tupac mean to you, and what is his impact on the black community?
Well, really, I'm way out here.
And Bobby, can you turn down your radio in the background?
Oh, that's people talking.
Oh, okay. Now, what do what do Tupac mean to you, and what is his impact on the black community?
Well, he's very controversial to a lot of people and everything, but so people who are not on a spiritual tip and know how to read between the lines, they don't really comprehend what it was he was trying to put down when he was putting out his music. And to me, he was an inspiration, and it was leaving some messages within his lyrics for people to comprehend or try to build and put together a movement. And that's what's going on here tonight.
Okay.
Everybody's here from different places, and we all coming together.
Okay. Now, do you think Tupac impact is good or bad on the community as a whole?
Well, I think it's a 50,
50-50?
Some people don't like it. Some people like it.
Okay. I think I'm almost losing you. Look, I'm gonna turn it over to Shanna. Shanna will be doing some interviews. She probably want to talk to you. Now, here's Shanna Sterling.
Hello, hey, Buck.
Hey.
What's going on? How's it going over there?
It's kind of hard to hear here. I kind of get a bad connection, but so I got a few people that kind of want to talk. They may want to say a little information.
Okay, put them on.
Hold on 1 second. It's big loud. Hey, y'all go ahead and see y'all speak y'all where y'all at. Internet radio. The Kumar Report.
Big Face Meal, live and direct, straight from East Oakland, you know what I'm saying, out here in Los Angeles, LA, you know what I'm saying, celebrating Tupac's 43rd birthday, you know what I'm saying, R.I.P. Machiavelli, the greatest of all time.
Your boy Kumar, right? You know what I'm saying? Your boy coming right from the West. You know what I mean? LA, you know what I'm saying? Florence and West around, but, coming out, going out for the Tupac movie role, you know what I'm saying? Supporting Pac all day, getting my name out there, but at the same time, keeping his legacy alive with the, you know what I'm saying, dedication, the real shit going on that's really going on in the world. No twerking shit, some real political, analytical, alphabetical fucking bullshit that's literally, like,
Here with my nigga Kevon, my nigga Mel from the Bay, nigga. This Gordon Parks III. We just out here representing this true black shit.
These are brothers,
thug life
right?
shit. You know what I'm saying? Tupac's birthday party is all love. So that's how it's going down right now. You know what I mean? Get it right.
Okay.
All right, Buck. All right, Buck.
Tupac.
All right, Buck.
Inspirational. Keeping the movement alive, just positive energy. You know how we do it. Love.
Okay, we might have some kids listening to this radio show, so you have to kind of like wash your
On
mouth.
top of it, I know Pac would be happy to be right here today, and he is here with us in spirit. Also to represent my artist, Kevon, and just keep this dream alive and keep everybody focused on what's about to come out. The movie role, and we always say it's the movie role. The most important thing is that it has to really represent who Tupac was and is to all of us.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much. So there y'all have it.
All righty.
At this party.
Well, we had some scrunching going on here with some of that language that was used, but that's all right.
Hey, they're happy out here.
Yeah.
I'm glad they are.
Long live Tupac.
Yeah, we up here at the top of the hill somewhere in Baldwin Hills looking down at these lights in L.A. It's real nice up here.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Well,
all right.
Is that it?
All right, that's it for right now. So stay tuned for some more later.
All right, well, enjoy.
All right, thank you.
We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, that was Bobby Buck, the host of 15 Minutes of Fame at a secret location, celebrating Tupac's 43rd birthday. And we all heard. But meanwhile, back in the studio here, we are having our round table, and we were talking about bullying. And I wanted
Mellow.
Like Jello. Mellow to elaborate a little bit more on some of the things that you have going on.
Sure. Thank you, Shauna. We want to get to the problem. The root of the problem is negative outlets. How do we solve that? Is through performing arts. So we formed a nonprofit last year to rehabilitate our inner city youths in Compton, Watts, East LA, South Central, MacArthur Park, Downey, Paramount, where the highest rate of gang violence and abuse suffer from these kids. And we try to put performing arts centers. So these kids who go home to crackhead moms, dads in jail, and then we expect them to prosper when we don't have something to give them to maybe create a song or to write a movie or to dance. And we just say, here's some cages and some shackles. And that's the answer that LA County has. And we see that with the budget, $350 million spent every year in incarceration, but they don't have new books in our schools. They don't have resource centers. Everything from arts is being cut nationwide for many years. So we want to stop that epidemic and put something positive so we can have these kids think outside the box. And I'm really thankful for even Skidrow Radio to even have a forum of people to come and start speaking their mind on what really is a problem in our Black and brown communities. It has to change. We have to start owning stuff. We have to start rehabilitating our neighborhoods and leave a legacy for our future kids. So we're doing a major project called the Year of the Diamond, and it's 7 stage plays and 21 dance sequences celebrating people like Martin Luther King, Susan B. Anthony, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, influential figures our kids should be learning in school, but they really don't. They learn a lot about Martin Luther King.
Right.
But there's a whole gamut of civil rights movement that our kids need to know. So we're bringing them live through Broadway shows, music, original television. We really just want to change the face of Hollywood and give kids a sense of positive film and music that they create and get paid for. So with that being said, in August 2016, we're trying to do a benefit concert to raise funds for that. And our main goal is to put a performing arts resource center in each of these inner cities.
Okay.
And it's going to happen.
Okay. And if someone wants more information, how would they get in touch with you?
My email is theyearofthediamond. And you can email me at theyearofthediamond@gmail.com. My telephone is 718-510-4803. Again, my name is Mellow Desire, and primarily being a filmmaker for inner city youths is something that we need more of. And I'm so grateful to be in a city that's performing arts center of the world, but it has to be positive for all. And that's our goal. So if you want to reach me, you can call me or email me. That's the quickest way. Year of the Diamond.
All right. Thank you, Miss Mello.
Thank you.
Now, Miss Mello needs your help out there. So people get in touch with her, because performing arts is one of the things that does work for our kids. And I can vouch for that because I use performing arts to take my daughter off of psych meds. So her choice of drug now is dance and theater.
Awesome.
And she's been doing that for about 6 or 7 years now. No more drugs, no more psych meds. We dance, we do theater.
Okay.
Awesome.
I am now going to turn this back over to Melvin.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. Let me ask you, Ms. Mello, why is the event so far away in the future instead of 2000?
It seems far.
That's over 2 years.
Our first major project will happen in February 2015, and that's the launch of 7 stage plays and 21 dance sequence. But in the Hollywood Bowl in August 2016, it needs to take time to recruit because the major stars will be pretty much every celebrity on this planet. We're talking about people like U2, Madonna, Sade, Donnie McClurkin. It's going to be 3 days of biggest names, and they're giving back, saying, yes, I want to support rehabilitation in our inner cities. And with that being said, we do need, because of the larger venue, we do need the collaboration of all organizations that's been here. I'm talking about organizations been here for 40, 50 years. People in Carson and Watts, they have little theater shops, and they're trying to keep the dream alive in their areas, in Inglewood and South Central. But if we band together in one major project, which is what this is aiming to do, and really raise the awareness of giving back, because person driving a Mercedes-Benz is no better than a person who's homeless, and the unbalance needs to come together.
Okay.
And that's why it's so far away, but yet time goes by fast.
Okay. Okay, let's go around again. Tell us about give us your name again and tell about some of the community projects that you're working on or you got coming up.
My name is S.S. Jones once again, and I am the founder of the Skidrow Musicians Network and the current president and CEO of Skidrow Records. And we are promoting our album, our new CD release, which is entitled, excuse me again. I don't even know the title of the own CD.
Oh, cut it out.
Doing so many CDs. Skidrow Records is the original music from the best street musicians in L.A. And it's a little bit about our organization. We started back in the late 80s on Skidrow.
Yeah, late.
We've been around a long, long time. Yeah. Talking about these organizations and banding together, great idea.
Let me ask you this, because I've worked with a lot of the musicians and stuff down in the Skidrow area over the years. Why is it so hard to get the Skidrow musicians to come together? I remember a few years ago, we had the idea, we used to work over to the firehouse.
Yes.
The big firehouse over there that Danny Taylor
We
had.
recorded there a couple times. They had a great studio over there. A couple times. They were trying to get some funds to do that. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, but the thing is, we had thought about even starting a union for the musicians, but the musicians just couldn't come together. Why is it so hard for the musicians in the downtown Skidrow area to come together and work as a unit?
First of all, you got to know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with musicians. We're not stable people. We're just in the days of Robert Johnson. You know, Robert Johnson had to make the money with it. He ran around on the boxcars playing his music, and he went around playing Suki joints and on a plantation, and he played where he could play. There are no venues on Skid Row for the musicians to play except on the street. That's why our album is the Street Musicians. We actually, our stage is the street.
Yeah, but Robert Johnson was way down there where I come from in the Mississippi Delta.
Maybe that's
years
stretching.
ago.
Maybe that's stretching the way back, but it's still pretty much the same problems that we have. Venues, we just don't have the places to play. The House of Blues in Hollywood, no blues being played there. You know, so where do we go play? The old places we used to play back in the day, Marla's Memory Lane, the Ploop Faces in Leimert Park was catered to our sort of music. We can go play there. The problem Skid Row doesn't have is a Skid Row cafe where people can come and express their poetry and their ideas and get a venue, get some of these people who have this money developing all this property down on Skid Row to give us a venue. We've been trying for a long time to have them. When we got flooded out, the Leonide Hotel, all the musicians had
20 years?
Yeah, had to leave, you know.
Well, let me say this, from being down in the heart of Skid Row, because I know for a number of years, we've had venues down there like the Exchange. We had Fernando's little spot. We've had the Firehouse. We've had all of the little SRO lobbies down there. We got venues right now for musicians. To me, it has never been the problem of not having venues.
Well,
it haven't been the problem. The problem have been for these musicians that were bumping heads instead of coming together for the good of the whole. And I watched this happen. I work with so many musicians in the Skid Row area, just like I work with a lot of musicians in the Leimert Park area.
Right.
So you got different situations similar. Leimert Park area, blacks don't own anything. They just, rent. They're probably, I think, 1 or 2 spots that's really owned by there. Now, I know Gary Mars, he moved. He's in Leimert Park working out of Barb Morrison spots now.
Well, one thing I can say about that, about the coming together part, it comes and goes. One thing that the musicians needed on Skid Row was organization. That's what the Musicians Network had. We had plenty of disputes as musicians. We'll always dispute, but we had organization and we stayed together. We had rehearsal schedules. Everybody was happy. We had recording sessions. We did shows for the community. Other people came down and fed their stomachs. We fed their souls with music. So we didn't have any problems. We had an event. Once we organized, musicians could work very well together. But
eventually, I'm going to get you guys into the studio so we can do a whole, I want to do a whole show talking about it.
I want to say one more thing. That, what we're doing, most of the thing, and we have to let everybody know, is go to Amazon.com or go to iTunes, get the Musicians Network first release. Take That Hoe to the Hotel. And it's S.S. Jones and the Blues Riders on iTunes, Amazon.com.
Take That Hoe to the Hotel.
And Dr. Troy is on that, too.
I heard that.
Yeah, Dr.
Well, it's like this, man.
Featuring Dr. Troy.
I noticed when we was on Skid Row doing these shows, entertaining, we came across a lot of discrimination. You know, it seemed like it was always something. It was like, now these guys are making odors. These are homeless people. What do you expect? But they're coming in there and they're trying to be on their best behavior. But they always got these obstacles and stumbling blocks. And it never no stepping stones. It looks like a stepping stone from the beginning. And then you put all these criterias around it, and it breaks it down to where, oh, man, I don't want to do this. I can't go in here.
For instance, what Doc's talking about, we had a thing... Go ahead, but specifically, I wanted to say to that.
I don't mind when S.S. Jones collaborate or whatever he do, because we are both in this thing together. We've been together for a while now, and he understands exactly where I'm coming from. For instance, it goes back to what the sister was saying. It's hard to depend on a person to be somewhere when he has nowhere to be. He's messing with them drugs. Them drugs make you undependable. Them drugs give you reasons not to show up when you're scheduled to do things.
Okay. And because I just got a little over a minute going on. And look, I promise you guys, we're going to get in here and we're going to talk about this subject, and we're going to talk about this subject real.
All right.
When it comes to Skid, no doubt in my mind. Because when we talk about the Skid Row area, I'm gonna say this real quick. One of the artistic groups that have really, really let me down, because I found that they was at the front of the conflict of not working together, of reaching out for the finances instead of the culture art.
Right.
But I promise you, we're going to have a whole show.
We got some virtuosos on Skid Row, baby.
We're going to talk about that.
We got some musical geniuses down here.
Okay. Now, please listen to past shows of the Qumran Reports by Googling in Qumran Report. I want to thank my guests for coming in here, Shanna Sterling with her 15 Minutes of Fame with Bobby Buck on the line, talking about Tupac, and there's a group out there.
I want to
talk about organization.
Can we talk about Tupac next time, maybe?
Yeah, we'll do a whole show on it.
That's a deep discussion.
Yeah, I promise I'm going to get you guys in here so we can talk about that. I want to thank Miss Judy Bowman on the line, talking about the Tuskegee album coming up. Thank you for tuning in to the Qumran Report, and from your host, Melvin Ishmael Johnson. May the peace and blessings of the life-giving creative spirit be upon you and upon your family. I leave you with the song that opened the show, Darker Than Blue by Willis and Shantae of Positive Light Ministry. Are we going to be around this town and let what be said
Jesus' name.